Good afternoon, students. Welcome back to your online class. And this is your science biology class. And today I'm going to discuss about cell organelles, cell inclusion. And after that, I will just tell you about each organelle in more detail with its function and how it works, how it looks like, its diagram, etc. Okay. So I have told you that cell organelles are subcellular organelles or subcellular structure. These are having some characteristic form, some different structure, also different function they are found, and they are localized mainly in the eukaryotic cell. Okay, and in eukaryotic cell they have membrane bounded, as you know, membrane bounded, and they are same throughout the living world. Okay, cell organelles to survive and perform their function even outside of the cell, they can perform the same function if they are kept in the same environment outside the cell. Okay, so this is the thing about cell organelles. Now, on the basis of membranous covering, so on the basis of membranous covering, on the basis of these, cell organelles are divided into three parts. Okay, you can note down what I am writing in the board. First one is double membrane bound, double membrane bound organelles. Okay, this one is the first category. Then second one, single membrane bound, single membrane bound organelles, and third one, this one is membraneless, membraneless. Now you got these three classification of cell organelles on the basis of number of membrane present in them, or on the basis of membranous covering. Cell organelles can be divided into three parts. Three categories. First one, double membrane bound structure, single membrane bound, and membraneless. Now, under this double membrane bound cell organelles, we can see example like mitochondria. Okay, mitochondria, then plastid. These two cell organelles are example of double membrane bound cell organelles. Are you getting, students? Are you getting what I have told?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Okay, thank you. Now comes to single membrane bound. Single membrane bound structured or cell organelles that includes endoplasmic reticulum. Okay, I am writing the short form here. Endoplasmic reticulum, then Golgi body or Golgi body, then lysosome, isn't it? Lysosome, these are called single membrane bound. And also there is another example called vacuoles. But vacuoles, yes, vacuoles. But vacuoles is actually comes under cell inclusion or the non-living part of the cell. So here I am not mentioning this. Okay, here you can also say vacuole. Now comes to membraneless. Membraneless organelle is only one organelle is there, that is called ribosome. Okay, so that is the membraneless organelle. Okay. Everyone understood this? Now, what happens? Any problem, students? Now, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, okay, okay. Let me. So, now comes to cell inclusion. Along with cell organelles, there are some cell inclusions. Cell inclusions are non-living components, or they are also called deutoplasmic bodies. Okay, deutoplasmic bodies. Okay, they are present in different parts of the cells like vacuoles and also in cytoplasm. In cell wall, there are some means like they act as reserve food material. Okay, just like there are some proteins or alluron grains, secretory or excretory materials. These all are comes under cell inclusion. Okay, you get this. Cell inclusion means the non-living part of the cell. Okay, so you can also include vacuole under single membrane bound. But you have to remember this point, vacuole is the cell inclusion part. Okay, now I will drop this part. Have you written? Have you just noted this all? Okay, I'm rubbing this portion. Now comes to endoplasmic reticulum. First of all, we will start from endoplasmic reticulum. You should go through your NCERT book thoroughly. Okay. Now, what is this endoplasmic reticulum? That is a complex network. Endoplasmic reticulum is the complex network that is made of three things. Okay, complex network of membrane bounded channels or like flat sacs, tubes and vesicles. Okay, so this is the complex structure made of three things. What are those three things? One is flat sacs. Next comes to tubules, and next vesicles. Okay, now you get this. Now what how these flat sacs look like? Flat sacs, they are actually look like some tube like structure, and above that structure there are some presence of some granular structure. They are known as flat sacs. Okay, these are known as flat sacs. Now comes to tubules. Now how these tubules looks like? These tubules actually looks like tube-like structure. Okay, tube-like structure. They just looks smooth in origin. Okay, now comes to vesicle. How these vesicles? Vesicles are always just like droplets of something that carry something. Okay, these are known as vesicles. Now you get this. Yes, cisternae. These will this term we will come to know in Golgi apparatus. Okay, okay. So when we will go through the structure of Golgi apparatus, then we will come to know more detail about cisternae. Okay. So these are the structure. So it may connect it to both the outer nuclear membrane as well as the plasma membrane. Okay, and the membrane of endoplasmic reticular is similar to the membrane of plasma membrane. Structure of plasma membrane. So the membrane of endoplasmic reticulum and the structure of plasma membrane, that is similar. You have to remember this point. Now, how endoplasmic reticulum looks like. I'm just drawing a picture of endoplasmic reticulum. You have to follow this, how this looks like actually. Okay. You can follow this picture or you can draw this in your copy. This is how endoplasmic reticulum looks like. Okay. These are the continuation structure of an endoplasmic reticulum. Okay. Here I have drawn the full structure. Now, these are the sacs-like structure actually. Tube-like structure. This tube-like structure is provided with some things like ribosomes. Okay, as you know, the endoplasmic reticulum, where ribosomes are present, these are known as rough endoplasmic reticulum. No, and there are some granules present here and there. And some tubes are devoid of this ribosome, then they are known as smooth endoplasmic reticulum, as you know this portion. In this case here, tubules in the lower portion, they do not have ribosome, so they are called to be smooth endoplasmic reticulum. So here we can mention this part as smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Okay, smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Can you see the board properly, students? Yes. Please tell once. Okay. And in this case, these are known as rough endoplasmic reticulum. Okay. And this portion here, they are called as ribosome. So this is the bigger parts of endoplasmic reticulum. Everyone get this? This is the 3D view of an endoplasmic reticulum. Okay, 3D view of endoplasmic reticulum. Yes. Where are the vesicles? Vesicles are also there, students. Vesicles are also there. After something which is packaged to the endoplasmic reticulum, that makes some vesicle-like structure, and that will be obviously transported to the Golgi body. Okay, transported to the Golgi body. Now, so here I have mentioned the structure. I have already drawn the structure of endoplasmic reticulum. Have you any problem from this, students? Any problem from this structure? No? Okay, very good. So here the presence of ribosome that makes the endoplasmic reticulum into two types, means when there is presence of ribosome in a endoplasmic reticulum, that is known as RER or rough endoplasmic reticulum. Okay, rough endoplasmic reticulum. And when there is devoid of ribosome, then such type of endoplasmic reticulum is known as smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Did you get this? Okay. Now, one thing. So, as we have learned, there are two types of endoplasmic reticulum. These two types of endoplasmic reticulum have two different functions. Now, what is the function of ACR and what is the function of RER? Let us come to know. Now, first comes to SER, that is smooth endoplasmic reticulum, and then another part that is RER, rough endoplasmic reticulum. Now, so here ribosome obviously absent, okay, and ribosome present in case of rough endoplasmic reticulum. And here smooth endoplasmic reticulum that helps in synthesis of lipids, steroids. So, what is the main function of smooth endoplasmic reticulum? The main function of smooth endoplasmic reticulum to synthesis of lipids and steroids. Lipids, you know, as you have learned that the plasma membrane is made of PLP, means protein, lipid, protein components. So, these lipids are synthesized by this smooth endoplasmic reticulum. And also steroids. Steroids means hormones. Hormones, you know, hormones are chemical messenger. They are, as you know, they are flowing through our bloodstream to our tissue and the target organs. Okay, so ACR is the main responsible for synthesis of lipids and steroids, but the function of RER is the synthesis of protein. So here we have again found another difference between ACR and RER. Here synthesis of protein is the main function of RER or rough endoplasmic reticulum. Okay, students. Now I have told you that proteins and lipids, these are synthesized by RER and ACR respectively. So that we can say that the making of plasma membrane, making of cell membrane is also dependent on synthesis of this protein and lipid. So that this event is known as membrane biogenesis. So what is membrane biogenesis? Now you understood, students. Membrane biogenesis. What is membrane biogenesis? Please mute your microphone. What is membrane biogenesis? Have you got this? Students? Okay, I'm repeating. Okay. I have told you that rough endoplasmic reticulum that synthesize protein and smooth endoplasmic reticulum that synthesize lipids. As you know, these are the main contents of plasma membrane also. So, plasma membrane, that the making of plasma membrane is done by such endoplasmic reticulum. So that we can say that endoplasmic reticulum are used for making cell membrane, and this process is known as membrane biogenesis, or this is known as membrane biogenesis. So endoplasmic reticulum are very, very useful for making of plasma membrane, and this is known as membrane biogenesis. Everyone get this point? What is membrane biogenesis? Understood or not?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, very good. Please note down everything what I have taught. Okay, that will be very, very helpful for you. Now, next thing I want to say, I have told two difference between ACR and RER. Another difference, as I have told you, three structure just as vesicles, then tubules and flat sac. In case of ACR, there are presence of vesicles and tubules. So say, okay, vesicles and tubules are present, but in case of RER, only flat sacs are present. Okay, get this point, everyone? Here I have made three difference between ACR and RER. Everyone got this point? Okay. Now, another function of endoplasmic reticulum, that is transport. Transport means that helps in intercellular or intracellular transport. Intracellular means in the cell, within the cell. The transport that occurs within the cell, within a cell. But intercellular transport means from one cell to another cell. Get this point? So what is the main function of endoplasmic reticulum? We have seen synthesis of protein, lipid, and hormones. Okay. Then another function, that is to transport, intercellular transport or intracellular transport. So that is the second point. Okay. Now it also gives support to the cytoplasm. So it acts as support. Okay. It support to the cytoplasm. Internal support to the cytoplasm. And another thing, it is a site of detoxification. Detoxification means, you know, the toxic materials get detoxified in here. Okay. In vertebrates, there are some smooth endoplasmic reticulum which are present in our liver cells that detoxify the toxic materials from our liver, so that we can say that endoplasmic reticulum is a site of detoxification. Here mainly ACR. ACR is the main site of detoxification or detoxified. Okay, so it detoxifies the toxic material from our body. Smooth endoplasmic reticulum means in our liver cell also there are some smooth endoplasmic reticulum which detoxify the toxic material which are present in the liver and make our liver healthy. Okay. Okay. You may need note down. So I hope you understood endoplasmic reticulum. There I have already mentioned what are its different functions, including protein synthesis, lipid synthesis. Okay. Then about the transport, intercellular and intracellular transport, then it gives internal support to the cytoplasm. And the next function, that is in vertebrates, smooth endoplasmic reticulum of liver cell take part in detoxifying many poisons and drugs in the liver. Okay. So here we have discussed the chapter, the organelles known as endoplasmic reticulum. In the next step, we will discuss about Golgi body or Golgi apparatus. Okay, students, if you have any problem, you can ask me now. Yes.
Ma'am, will you upload the class?
Yes, students. It will be uploaded.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am.
If it is not today, you may check it tomorrow. Okay, within tomorrow it will be uploaded. And I hope there is again your class in tomorrow. Okay, your class is over. Now I am taking your attendance. Don't left anyone. Making a screenshot of it here. Annoy Laha, Aryan Chaudhuri, Ayangshu Chatterjee, Chandranath Pal, Deepayan Datta, Deepto Haldar, Harshita Kumari, Ishita Roy, Kintan Datta, Mirza Simran Khatun, Rajat Kumar Boirakko, Ranadeep Rai, Ritesh Chaudhuri, Sudarshan Mandal, Tanvir Hossain, Tapan Das. Okay. Thank you, all of you. Goodbye. Okay, Nishant Parveen, I have.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay.